Alright, so you can find new phases or elements, but there's no way to easily figure out what to do with that substance set that you've made. So I'm going to show you an easy way to do that with just the four phases and meaning ascription. So like you've got plastic, green, silver, and cosmos. Alright. And then you simply ascribe a meaning to each thing. So you'd go, plastic is something like unnatural. Green would be maybe natural. Silver could be reflection. That is badly written R. And cosmos could be travel. So you have your basic sets of meanings, and then you combine them into a new concept, which would be something along the lines of reflecting and traveling the natural and unnatural. Yeah, okay. So this creates an idea. We can name it. Call it I don't know, ruffling, and then we expand on that basic idea, which I'll have to do some other way because I don't think you want to watch me write a bunch of stuff down. But I'll be back. Notes. The natural is anything outside, the unnatural is anything inside. Converting the natural to the unnatural means bringing it inside or outside. But depending on whether they are inside or outside, they provide a different reflection of that outside or inside through what is similar in the transfer. So like this is probably a stump, and these are probably rocks. But that doesn't always count because they're limited to the phase of it. So plastic, green, silver, and cosmos. Anything that's not in this part doesn't count. And the point or goal of this thing that or field of interest or whatever you want to call it is to exit outside and inside entirely. But we'll have to expand more on this field of study and its utility to figure out how to exit it. I'm also improvising here. I have no idea what I'm doing. Basic tool for organizing what is outside and inside, or external and internal, is this table. And I'll show you how to use it in a second. Outside, I have a tree. Inside, there's a plant. Inside, there's a branch. Inside, there's a broom. Outside, there's a rake. There are forks. Outside, there are plants. Inside, there is fabric. And that's what you do. You go from the outside, inside, outside, inside, outside, inside, outside, inside, right? But if I just kind of casually bring the rake inside, I break everything. So I can't be outside or inside anymore in the same place. Because this rake is no longer outside, it's now inside, which means that I have to now find a rake outside. And the fork no longer counts, and all that is changed. Behold, not outside. It works in its own definition. You could actually advance that more and do other things with that basic concept that I hadn't thought of at this moment. Alright, so inside we have ovens. Outside we have barbecues. Outside we have cars, obviously, but we don't have. I don't have a remote control car. Definitely don't have this. Never mind, we do. But if you keep looking at what already exists when comparing what's outside and inside, you'll never find anything new. So let's go back to the paper. The plastic next to a stick, or the plastic attached to a stick, is plastic and probably green, or like green, yeah, because there's no other thing, or silver. So something unnatural and something natural and reflective about those things that I just showed. One sec. Side thing, that's pretty cool. It's a stick hanging on that. And what we want to do is ascribe a meaning. I did mention this before, but I actually didn't do it. N for natural and reflective. This is the unnatural part. So what you do is you find the unnatural property of this part and the natural and reflective property of this. And then you add a purpose for it. This thing is Steve. He exists halfway between a mirror and yeah. That is an example of something weird you can do.